Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Game on Cloud 9 here, and I'm here today to bring you guys a new Naruto manga 612 prediction in this week's new Naruto chapter. Of course, it was titled Arrival, and you guys all know probably what that meant when you saw it, at least I did, and that meant the Konoha 11 made their appearance finally, the thing that we've all been waiting to see. We've all been anticipating when are they going to actually show up, when are they actually going to be able to fight against the Ten Tails, and obviously they came at the end of this week's chapter. Now, the chapter starts off, of course, with us seeing Eight Tails, or you can say Killer Bee, firing that tail beast bomb at the Ten Tails. Obviously, we all knew that wasn't going to do anything because it's the freaking Ten Tails. So the Ten Tails easily flicks that away. It ends up hitting Killer Bee and obviously blows up, and Killer Bee's pretty much finished. Now, I obviously knew, okay, Killer Bee has to be done at this point. When I saw him get hit with a tail beast bomb, I'm like, alright, Killer Bee's been run by all the tail beasts. They've all smacked him around. Toby smacked him around several times. Madara was slacking around another time. I'm like, and so I knew that freaking the Ten Tails knocking the tail beast bomb back at him was going to have to be his downfall, which of course it was. And we see, of course, Kakashi, he reaches his limit after he used the Kamui on the Eight Tails. We even actually see that Naruto's Biju mode runs out. Now, one thing that also stuck out to me during this whole fight with them fighting with the Ten Tails is that the Biju actually were pretty small compared to the Ten Tails. I didn't even notice that. Like, I noticed the Ten Tails was bigger than them, but not so much bigger than them. I mean, they're roughly probably, their bodies is probably maybe the size of the Biju's eye, or Ten Tails' eye, I mean. And another thing that I probably am a little puzzled about is that the Ten Tails, even though it's supposed to have a consciousness, it hasn't really done much. Like, I'm still waiting for that rampage, people. I don't know why it hasn't went on a rampage yet. I understand it's not good or evil, but I do want to see more from it. Because right now, I'm not really feeling the hype that, or feeling that the hype is really delivering for what we've been having this entire time during this war about the Ten Tails being this powerful being. Yes, it's only at 80%, but I still want to see it pull out some pretty powerful feats. Now, don't get me wrong, of course, in the next part of the chapter, we see the Ten Tails charge up this humongous tail beast bomb and fighter it, and it's like in beam form, of course, blows away all these mountains. So we know the Ten Tails definitely is packing some heat, but I just want to see a little bit more from it, see it go on a little bit more of a rampage, because right now, instead of seeming like the Ten-Tailed Beast or the Jubi, it seems more like the Ten-Tailed Weapon, because that's pretty much how it's acting. Madara is controlling it fairly easily, and it's just doing however much he wants, just like a robot. So, I don't know, I'm kind of not liking the Jubi right now, or the Ten Tails right now, because I want to see more from it. But I have to say, Ino, gotta give props to Ino. Like, whoever thought I would say that, or any of us would probably say that, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are saying the same thing. I mean, freaking Ino using, actually using Mind Transfer Jutsu along with Byakugan, somehow linking up with that. I don't really get what they meant by the Byakugan enhancing the abilities of the Mind Transfer Jutsu, but somehow she was able to control Obito for just a second, enough for them to divert the Tail Beast Bomb another way. And of course, then that's when we see all the other Shinobi coming up. Naruto the whole time has his Shadow Clone symbols up, which obviously we all know is symbolic due to the fact that now the Shinobi Alliance are showing up. So in a way, I guess you could say the Shinobi Alliance are like, it's like he's summoning his clones. And in a way, literally, it is like he's summoning his clones. Like, even though that moment was all touching, we see all the different ninjas showing up. Of course, Kakashi, he's already there, but Guy already there, but we see freaking Sakura and all the other divisions showing up, the Konoha 11, Kiba even runs up talking about, Naruto shouldn't act so tough, around Hinata, or he's trying to act so tough around Hinata. So, you see a little touching moment, his friends are there to support him. Madara, as thinking of Naruto, of course, is a fool. And one other thing I'm forgetting to mention is that Obito, you can see he's relating himself to Naruto or whatnot during the chapter, but even though all these things are going on, I'm just looking at it like, okay, Naruto's making these hand seals for the Shadow Clone Jutsu. And in all reality, the way I look at it is, man, the Shinobi Alliance truly are about to be his clones. Because if the Jubi does go on a rampage, then they're pretty much finished. Because at this point, now that Biju mode and Killer Bee's Biju mode have went out, it's like, how can you really fight this thing? You got Obito on the battlefield. Yes, Obito is seeming to right now that he may actually have a change of heart. And Madara, of course, he doesn't really care about anything. But if Obito doesn't change off rip, and neither does Madara. You know, I mean, well, of course Madara wouldn't change, but you know, if Obito doesn't change, and you know, it's Madara and of course Obito and the Ten Tails versus the Shinobi Alliance with no Biju mode Naruto, no Sage mode Naruto, no Killer Bee, like no Killer Bee and Biju mode, then there's no way that they can win. I mean, right now I'm a little frustrated because it doesn't seem as though Guy is actually going to go into the 8th gate. Now, some of you may have not wanted him to go in the 8th gate, but I felt as though that this was perfect time for him to do that. And, you know, I'm probably one of the people, probably out of most reviewers, that normally does not complain about stuff coming in Naruto because I love the series. I feel as though sometimes it gets bashed a little bit too much, you know, although lately it's been getting a lot of praise, which, you know, is always good. But one thing that I'm just getting a little irked with right now is, alright, I don't think you need a lot of death in this war. I really don't. You know, and Onoki not dying, wasn't too happy about that, but, you know, I could deal with it. And, you know, I know that deaths need to be, you know, a lot of times, you know, usually when, like in Kishimoto, the way he does his story, is that they have a purpose to it. And I kind of feel as though Guy's death would have been good, you know, or it would be good if he used the 8th gate and maybe he died. You know, because you look at Lee, I think like Lee, you know, he's really attached to Guy. I don't think it would be bad for his character that he would learn and develop from that. So, and not only that, but I really did want to see the 8th gate. I mean, that's part of, I guess you could say, you know, me just being a huge fan of the series, that I wanted to see something that's been talked about since the beginning. And not only that, but it's even been mentioned once in this fight when they were fighting against the Tail Beast that Guy was ready to use the 8th gate. So, I mean, right now I'm kind of getting that vibe that he's not going to use it since the Shinobi Alliance is around him to support him. You know, so he's probably not, unless maybe all of them get blown away and get knocked out, which should be the case, but even then, I'm not too sure. As for, of course, Obito relating himself to Naruto, you know, with the change of heart, you know, I'll be a little disappointed with that, but I can deal with it as long as that him and Kakashi don't somehow defeat Madara off of some crazy stuff. That's the only thing I'm hoping it does not happen. You know, if Obito maybe somehow pushes back Madara just a little bit, gives Madara a little bit of a tough time, or maybe even somehow knocks out the Jubi, doesn't defeat it but just knocks it out or temporarily keeps it out of commission, then okay, I can deal with that. But if it's a thing where Madara gets one-shotted by Madara, I will be really pissed about that. I'm not even going to lie, because I do not want that to happen. I want Madara... I mean, Madara, to me, he's overpowered right now, so I can't see that happening. But, I mean, there's always that chance. As for this chapter, though, overall, like at the end of the chapter, with it coming to a close, of course, it was seeing the whole Shinobi Alliance. Thought it had a nice touching end to it. You know, I am looking forward to next week's chapter to seeing what the Konoha 11, or I guess you just say the Shinobi Alliance as a whole, try to pull off, what tricks they're going to try to pull off to try to hurt the Tentos. Obviously, it's all going to be futile. At least it should be. You know, unless they have some kind of secret, super, ultra powerful jutsu or something that they pull out of their sleeve or something. Who knows? But next week should be pretty good. I know some people are thinking that we're going to see Sasuke next week. I don't think we're going to see Sasuke next week because I honestly think that Sasuke is going to have his own arc. And I don't think this is the last arc. I think the last arc is going to be a small arc revolving around Sasuke and Naruto, the last final be-all, end-all, dealing with the scroll. You know, so I know a lot of people are thinking Sasuke's going to come soon, or he may jump in the middle of the battle, but I definitely don't think that's going to be the case. I feel like it would be kind of out of place for that, and kind of feel as though Kishimoto is rushing the development of Sasuke if he does that. So just letting you guys know that that's why I think that wouldn't necessarily happen, because Sasuke we haven't really seen too many of his abilities. Not only that, but I don't think he would introduce the concept to the people who know everything if he was just going to hurry up and try to get us to the end without explaining, you know, or letting us see them. Why would he hype? I don't see why he would hype any of that up either if we weren't going to even get, like, if he was just going to skip over all that and just have Sasuke jump in the middle of a final battle. But anyway, these are pretty much my thoughts. As for next week's chapter, we should probably just be getting more epic action of the Konoha 11. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Please don't forget to rate this video. So if you liked it, please put a thumbs up. And if you didn't like this video, you can put a thumbs down. The choice is yours, guys. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.